Yeah, Jess and we just wanted this to be a really informal call tonight so that we can maybe give you guys some time, to ask questions or, kind of pick our brains about the subject after we present. So Jess and I just sort of came up with a couple tips each about just recruiting. And I kind of don't like that word because when you hear the word recruiting, people they tense up because when you think of recruiting, you think of sales and you think of like trying to talk people into things, or you think of like the army or the military, right? And that's not what we're doing. But it is important to be able to build a team as a coach. The majority of our income comes from our team cycle bonus. So when you first sign up, you just get commission. You get 25% commission on your sales. Then you get 40% commission on your club membership sales. But that's just a small fraction of the income you're going to make as you keep building your business and as you keep adding coaches. So bottom line, no matter how we feel about it, we do need to be committing to adding coaches to our team every single month. So that's why Jess and I just wanted to sort of break it down to you and give you guys some tips. So I'm going to screen share.
Can everyone mute themselves if you're not already?
Okay, I know my page is kind of crazy right now. But you guys can probably see if you guys, I'm sure that this is going to work, but if you can't see it, let me know. But so these are just our recruiting tips. And of course, if there's some that we don't cover that you can think of, or if you have anything that you think of while we're presenting, just go ahead and write it down and we can chat about it. But I just wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about the basics. And I know that, I would love to get on here and give you some earth-shattering, information on how to recruit coaches to your team. But really, it all comes down to the basics. It all comes down to doing the 4 vital behaviors, and most importantly, getting the word out on your social media and posting about it as much as you possibly can. Because really, you want to show credibility. And credibility means when people look at you, they see you as someone who's sort of an expert in what they do, someone who's a teacher in what they do, someone who knows what they're talking about. And whether you feel like you're credible or not, whether you feel like you're ready to look like a person like that, you need to start thinking like a person like that. You want to remember that you're backed by Beachbody. We have our nutrition guides are so awesome. They're so easy to follow. We have those containers. They are so easy to use. They're so easy to explain to people how to use. It's just so simple. We have so many resources from our team. Google is a wealth of information. So when someone asks you a question or when someone asks you to help them, refer to all the resources that we have, refer to all the nutrition guides, refer to Google, look stuff up, and you're going to find that after a while, you're going to start talking and you're going to hear yourself talk, like maybe recorded, and you're going to be like, wow, I really sound like I know what I'm talking about. Well, guess what? The more you learn, the more you coach, the more you really do the 4 vital behaviors and post about it and just try new things and try to learn new things, the more credible you really will be. And what credibility really means is you know what you're talking about, you've experienced it, and you can help other people to duplicate what you're doing, because that's the key. I mean, it's one thing to sign up a coach, but our goal as your upline and your goal as an upline coach should be to help your coaches do what you're doing. Okay, so that's the whole point of this call. We want to help you guys to do what we're doing. So showing credibility, the proof is in your posting. It really, really is. And it can come in so many different ways. And I'm going to show you some examples of that in a minute. But you may have heard Bonnie Engel, actually, originally, I remember her saying this. The first time I ever heard this, it was her saying this. But to make your Facebook page like a coach sneak peek. Let people see the behind the scenes of your life as a coach, whether it's your workouts and your shakes, whether it's posting about how you love that you could take care of your son or your daughter when they were sick because you work from home and you don't have to worry about calling off sick. Now, maybe your coaching income is not covering everything for you to be at home, right? maybe you would have been at home anyway. But you can still work that into your life, because even if coaching is just bringing in $200 a week or whatever, it's still blessing your family, and you can still talk about that. Even if it's bringing in an extra $50, whatever coaching is doing for you, post about that. And Bonnie Engel's actually a really awesome coach to follow if you need ideas to see how can you interweave coaching into every single, I swear she can interweave it into almost any topic you could think of about life. She could interweave coaching with it. So be creative. And one of the best ways to be creative is to do some research. Research different challenge group post ideas. Research different coaches. Look through their posts. Take screenshots. Take notes. And think of different ways to post. I think that it's awesome to post after workout selfies on your Facebook timeline, because it's good to show people that you're doing your workouts. It's great to post your meals, but being creative would be thinking of different ways to post about that. Like maybe you're going to do a video one day, or maybe you're going to, rather than just always holding your cell phone out, maybe you get a tripod and put it away and get some full body poses, or maybe you take a picture in a different place. And the best way to get ideas for that is to just look at other coaches' posts, and just think outside the box. I mean, think if you're going to do a post, think, how could I make this a little bit different just to make it a little bit more interesting? And you can, that's the cool thing about coaching, is that you can be creative. You can do whatever you want. But the more you post about your life, the more you include like a story of what you're doing and how you're doing it or why you're doing it in with your posts, that is when you're really going to connect with people. And use variety in your posts. Try to change it up. Try to change the way you word things. Sometimes some people like to read a really long story before they get a call to action for a coaching opportunity. Sometimes some personalities will not read your entire story. Sometimes you need to post something short and sweet. Sometimes you just need to focus on just the image itself and not necessarily what the text says. So try to use variety. And try to tug at people's heartstrings. Like I said, the more you use stories of where you were in the past and talk about stories from your past and how it's changed since you became a coach, or since you became, since you started working with Beachbody, that's going to tug on people's heartstrings, because they're going to relate to your past you. You're trying to speak to, partially speak to who you were before Beachbody, because those are the people that need your help. And also another way to show credibility, go live. Like just kind of try to jump out of your comfort zone and practice it a few times, but going live and just giving your insight, giving tips, talking about your personal development, even after you go to church. Like I'm scribbling notes in church. I do it anyway, but because I'm a coach, I can use those notes for a post. Every Sunday, I usually do a post like that. So just try to, everywhere you go, just get information and learn new things, and then teach people that stuff, because that's going to give you credibility. People will start looking at you as a teacher. People will start looking at you as somebody who gave them an aha moment that day, even though it's not really your idea. You just read it in your personal development, or you heard it in church, or you read it somewhere and reworded it. It's still going to give you credibility. So make sure you're not losing the chance of reaching people. Every day you go without posting, every day you don't invite people, every day you don't reach out to people, that's a day that there was people out there on Facebook just needing you, or needing that post, or needing to hear your story, and they didn't hear it because you didn't post that day. And I bet you they read somebody else's story that day. So I want you guys to start thinking about that mindset, because social media is like I was describing it as like it's like a candy land of people, you guys. You can go and meet anyone you want anywhere in the world at any time. So keep that mindset, and remember that there's no scarcity out there. Just remember that there's just so many people to help. And then when it comes to your posts. When you do a post about coaching, you do a post about the challenge group, or even a post just about your results, or maybe it's a transformation post, remember to look through those likes and comments and look who the new people are that you haven't talked with before, or the people that maybe said not right now or no in the past who are liking and commenting on your stuff. Go ahead through and message all these people. It's the most nonchalant thing in the world. Like, hey, I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate your comment on my post. Like, let's say it was a transformation post. It took a lot for me to post that. That was really outside of my comfort zone. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. That is such a nonchalant way to start a conversation with somebody. So make sure you're doing that. So here's just some of my posts, and these are literally, like, you guys can go back to my Facebook page and look, because I literally just went through the last maybe weeks worth of posts that I've done. And I just wanted to show you how these posts alone right here give me credibility as a coach. Okay. So these are just, if you guys could just, everyone make sure that they're muted, because I hear a lot of background noise. I can't really mute anybody from my screen though. But so these are just different things. And I'm not saying you have to do all this stuff right away. I've been coaching for 4 years. So one of the things that brings credibility, bottom line, is longevity. It's the people who are sticking with it. If you sign up and 3 months later you go MIA and stop coaching, and then try to start back up a month later without coaching for a whole month, people are going to be like, well, where did she go? What if I sign up with her? She's going to go MIA. So showing up daily on your Facebook page and sticking with it and not quitting is huge for credibility. I mean, after you have a year under your belt, you're going to know, people are going to know that you're sticking with it. Okay. So that's one thing. Another thing, so at the top left, if you do a fit club, or if you do a meetup, or if you do a shake and share party, or even be a part of something like that, that kind of stuff brings huge credibility. And it's not something that you have to do, but it's definitely something fun. And if you want to meet people in your neighborhood or your local area, or you want to just kind of give back, or maybe you're wanting a ministry opportunity for church. That's what I do with this one. It's a small group workout, and that brings huge credibility, not just for you as a coach, but also because you're giving back to the community. And whenever you give back to the community, or you share things with people for free, then it's going to change the vibe when people talk to you. And then below that, this one is just a story of how my son had a huge tantrum at swimming. And believe it or not, your failures, your faults, your most embarrassing moments are going to bring you credibility, because this post gave me huge credibility as a mom. So many moms messaged me and said, girl, I'm so, proud of you for doing that. Like that, people have reached out to me about this post just because I was kind of transparent, and I explained, how embarrassed I was about the tantrum and what happened and everything. And that right there, sharing your life in a way where you're going to share something uncomfortable that most people wouldn't share, that gives you credibility. Believe it or not, that stuff gives you credibility, because people are like, wow, like I never, that happened to me and I felt like dirt. That's so awesome that she was able to, get it out there. And that's going to encourage other people to get it out there. And that is how you sign up coaches who are passionate and who have a past and who have stories and stuff like that. Because they're going to be like, wow, I relate to that. I want to help people that way. And then below this one is just me sending a whole bunch of mail. And just, if you're sending mail to your challengers, if you're hosting a group where you send out your Shakeology samples, show people that you are working. Any way that you're working at home on your business that you can show people in a creative way in a post, do it. Because when people see you working, guess what? When they're like, I need to get in shape, enough is enough, I ate too many donuts, too many nights in a row, who are they going to go to? They're going to go to that coach they saw working their tail off. Okay. They're going to go to that coach that they saw loving on their challengers, recognizing their challengers, behind the scenes work that you're doing. You can still share that stuff on Facebook. And then, okay, the next one at the top of me with the purple headband, that's me doing 22-minute hard corps. I have my calendar that I printed out on my clipboard. Getting credibility, if you want to get credibility as a coach, Pick a program and start the program from the very first day to the last day and post about it every single day on Facebook. Every day you do your workout, whether it is an X on your calendar, or whether it is a little, checking off the calendar on your Snapchat or whatever, or whatever it is, showing that you're doing that program by the book and showing how we have that calendar and everything is that's huge for credibility. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm all paranoid because a spider came down on my head earlier when I was in the shower, and I thought I saw another one. Okay, so the next picture is just, if you guys are gonna post quotes on Facebook, why not make the same color, like pick a few different colors that you really like, put them in your PicMonkey hub if you have the hub. If not, save that square on your computer. And these are so easy to make on PicMonkey. You can literally copy and paste your quote right in, just change the words that you want, and pick a couple different fonts that you like. Use the same font all the time. Use the same few colors all the time. You'll find that's going to help you start building your brand. Putting your website link or putting whatever your name or whatever you want to identify yourself. I would recommend some sort of a link. Maybe it's to your Facebook page on the bottom of your pictures. That to me is huge for credibility because it shows consistency, and it kind of sets you apart because you've got your own like picture quotes. Like the only like real pro coaches have those. Well, those are easy to make, you guys. So set yourself apart with stuff like that. And then the one below that, going live, I swear, I went on there, I took a step of faith. We literally prayed before we went live that they would be good boys. And I went live and I had my kids and I trying vegan vanilla, which was also a big risk because I didn't like regular vanilla. But we got on there and we went live. I have had so many people messaging me about that video. You guys just get on video, get out of your comfort zone, take a risk, and go live. Okay, so really quick, transformation pictures, you guys know that builds credibility. Being a product of the product, showing that transformation, work for that transformation. You got to work every single day for it. But, every little milestone, whether it is a couple inches, whether it's 5 pounds, whether it's your belt's on a different loop, whatever it is, celebrate that stuff, you guys. And then whatever kind of perks you get from Beachbody, if you get Success Club and you get the stuff they give you for Success Club rewards, all of that stuff, posting about any of that, your plans to go to Summit, what outfit you're going to wear, all of that stuff builds credibility. Going on these trips builds huge credibility. Another thing is as simple as when you make your meal plan every week, instead of just writing it out or something, put it on something pretty that you can either make into a blog or you can make into a Pinterest post and pin it on Pinterest and then post that on Facebook. Or it doesn't have to be Pinterest. You could just make a picture and post it. But that builds big credibility because people are going to share and save your meal plan and they're going to start following your meal plan. So if you're making a meal plan and you're not making it a shareable thing to share on Facebook, you're sort of wasting that meal plan and you're only using it for yourself. You're not sharing it with other people. And then also another thing you can do, record your workouts, guys. It is so easy to get iMovie on your phone. Set your phone up while you're working out. Make sure it's like this, horizontal, and set it up and just record yourself. Forget it's there. Later on, take the footage. It literally takes, 5 to 10 minutes to edit your video on iMovie. I have some tutorials that I can show you if you don't know how to do it, but huge for credibility. It makes you look like the fitness pros, okay? So these are the type of things you guys want to start doing. And then obviously on the bottom, the last one, spotlight your coaches, spotlight your challengers, spotlight people, and show the results that people are getting in the challenge group. And if you don't have people like that yet, show people the results other coaches are getting from the Beachbody challenge winners and stuff like that. Sorry if that was long-winded. Okay, really quickly. So if you want to be a leader, you have to show your leadership out loud on Facebook, even before you feel like a leader, even before you really are a leader. Okay, guys, because I want you to say in your mind and in the morning when you wake up, I am an awesome leader. There are coaches. I am so grateful for the coaches that are going to be signing up with me this week, okay? Because if you start thinking like that, you will start having them sign up with you if you can think like a leader. So, and bottom line, you just have to kind of put skin in the game, okay? Post about your coaching 3 to 4 times a week. Doesn't have to be formal. And I'm actually committing to doing more formal posts about coaching because I've kind of gotten out of the habit of that. But do a formal post. Tell when the next coach training group or whatever it's called on your team, coach success group or new coach mentorship, whatever you want to call it, post that once a week. And then at least twice a week, do something more casual that relates into your life. Like maybe it's a picture of you with your kid talking about coaching. Just something super casual. It's telling a story. And then at the end, the story ends up being about coaching. Commit to that. Really put that on your schedule. Write it down as a goal for yourself to do that. And then also the second one, I put host and co-host, okay? Because co-hosting when you're starting out is just as powerful as hosting. So either host or co-host a sneak peek once per month. Now a sneak peek is a group on Facebook. I know Jess calls hers Backstage Pass. Sometimes we call it a quick look. Sometimes we call it a sneak peek. Whatever you call it, it is a group. It's 3 to 5 days or however many days, and it's just a series of videos about coaching. I know Jess runs an awesome one. I know I have a really awesome one that we do. And so co-host this. Even if you're just in the group and you're adding your people to the group and you're actively commenting on the videos with your people, that's the same thing. And I know Jess and I would both be perfectly fine with you saying that you're co-hosting that group. Better yet, volunteer to go live and talk about why you became a coach or, what you love about coaching or whatever topic you want to talk about in our sneak peeks, because we would love to have you doing that with us. I know I can speak for Jess on that one too. Another one is to do a coaching opportunity call once a month. If you haven't done one yet and you've only added people to mine or Jess's, I say, you know what? This is the best way to get your feet wet, because Jess and I both have awesome templates for our slides that we use. They're super easy to duplicate, and you can just get on there and talk about coaching. If you're not feeling completely confident, practice, listen to yourself, record yourself, take notes, do it again, listen to yourself, do it over again, and keep doing it maybe 10 times. And I guarantee you, after you practice it a few times, you're going to get good. Jess, I wish we had our first coaching opportunity call that we could show that we did, because we had no idea what we were doing. And then that brings me to the second one. Host a coach training group. Now, Jess and I both have the self-led coach trainings, and I just post and I say that I'm getting together a new mentorship group. And then when I sign up that group of coaches, I put them together in a success group, or I add them to a thread on Facebook, and we chat about it, and I help them work through the self-led training. But you can post on Facebook that you're getting together a group of ladies to be in a new coach success group or a new coach training group or mentorship. And just roll with it. The first one Jess and I ever did, we did together in a group with Brittany and like 6 other coaches, and each of us just made one video for the training group, and we trained our new coaches together. So put some skin in the game. If you really want to be a business builder who signs up other business builders, you got to start deciding that you are going to be leading these types of things. And I know it seems huge, but it's really not that hard. There's really not that much that goes into it, and it's not really all that time consuming. And I know that we would be super eager to help you guys if you want to do a group like this. Okay, I'm going to switch it over to Jess. I'll just advance the slides for you, Jess, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Can you guys see me? Hear me? I don't care. You may not be able to see me. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm just going to go through these really fast. And what is so funny about what Laura has been talking about is that right now I am in a group with 9 other 15-star diamond coaches, and they are training me on how to invite. And so I went through, they do 3 videos a week. Each one of the star diamonds do a video. And I was going through making notes on what I wanted to bring to you guys tonight. And you guys, there's nothing new that I have that I was going to bring to you that they are not telling me. Everything that Laura was telling you earlier is exactly what they're telling you. And so I wanted to pass these things on to you. But first of all, I just want to let you guys know that I can give you all the resources in the world, and I can have you listen to the best calls and the best coaches. But unless you are inviting people into your network, I'm not saying this to step on anybody's toes or anything, but you are a salesperson because you are working solely on commission at that point. Unless you have a team that is working, that business builders that are working, and you're at least emerald or above, you are working as a salesperson, because all of the commission that you're making is from you. Nothing else is coming from a team. Nothing else is coming from anybody else underneath you. You can't get any team bonus cycles unless you are an emerald coach or above. So let that sink in, because nobody ever wants to be salesy. Nobody ever wants to be a salesperson. But you have to remember that until you are building a team, you are working really, really, really hard for a paycheck. And so none of you guys want to do that. I know that. But a lot of you guys have read the book, Eat That Frog. What does that mean? Eat the frog. Well, the book is about, the worst thing that you can ever do during the day is eat a frog. You're going to want to do it first thing. And so most of the time, inviting is the scariest thing that anybody could ever do. I know for me, I was super intimidated about inviting. I was scared about what people would think about me. I was scared that I didn't know enough, that I wasn't high enough in the business to be able to talk about coaching. And so when I read Eat That Frog, I decided, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to do it first thing. And that's what I did. I started inviting first thing. Working out came second nature to me. That's not something I need to do first thing, because I'm going to get it done. I enjoy it. But inviting was something that I knew I had to do. So I want you guys to eat your frog. And if it's inviting, do it first thing. And then all of a sudden everything's out of the way and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So one of the girls that was on the 15-star thing was saying, do not hold this gift in your mouth. So let's talk about posting with passion. The first one. Okay. So where would you be if someone had not offered the coaching opportunity to you? So when she asked us that question, I thought, oh my goodness. So most likely I'd be still struggling to lose my baby weight. I would be probably 30 pounds still overweight or in the process of trying to lose it. I would not have been able to take my family on our vacation. I would not be on this computer right now because I would not probably still have a laptop. Because I actually, I saved up to get my first laptop, because the first 6 months of me becoming a coach, all I had was a cell phone. We didn't have a computer at my house. So for 6 months I saved up and I bought my first MacBook Pro. So I may or may not have a computer right now, most likely not, because we would have had no extra money. My husband and I would probably not ever be able to go on date nights because we were super, super tight with his income. We most likely would not have been able to go down to see my sister have her son. There's just so many things that I'm thinking about that has added value and joy to my life, and because of coaching. I may not have been healthy. I may have been still depressed, because after I had my first son, I was starting to see signs of postpartum depression. I could still be struggling with that if it wasn't for the community. So think about that. You may not have, you may not be making $1,000 a week in your business yet, but where would you be if somebody had not offered you the coaching opportunity? I want you to think about what your life would look like for you. I'd probably have to go to work every single day. I'd probably have to drop my kids off, at daycare in the morning, and then pick them up, and then not be able to see, their first steps and their, just that them grow up every single day. I just cannot even imagine that. So let's go to number 2. You might not have reached your goal yet, but you still need to tell the world about it. I remember when I first started coaching, I remember when Lindsay Matway was trying to go 15-star for the 4th time or something. I mean, some crazy goal. And she talked about it on her Facebook wall as if she goes, I'm going to get there. That's where I'm going. I'm not there yet. And, I don't hold that title, but I will get there. And that's what she talked about. So talk about your goals as if they're mine. I'm getting there, but they're already mine. What does that look like? Is is your goal to bring your husband home? Talk about that. I mean, I don't know how, you probably can't like be like, oh, he's going to quit his job soon, but just be bold about those dreams and aspirations and ambitions that you have, especially with like Success Club trips. Say that Success Club trip, that Mexico trip is mine. I'm going to be on that trip. Talk about it, and people are going to buy into that passion, whether or not you've made $5 or $500. They don't care. They want to see your passion, and the love that you have for your coaching is just going to bleed through all of your aspects of your life. Okay, so always add a piece of your story to all of your posts that you do when you're inviting somebody to join your team. So a lot of people sell different things on Facebook, and I can always see the ones that are very genuine and love what they do, because they talk about where they used to be, where they are now because of what they're able to do, and where they're going. And so anytime you're going to be doing a general post on Facebook, always add a piece of your story that maybe somebody does not know. Little by little, tell people about your past, tell people about what you used to be a part of. I used words like dark, lonely, depressed, insecure. And now I can use words like, I have a bright future. I have a community of people around me. It's fulfilling. I feel confident. So talk about where you used to be and use those words. And then you can use the words, the describing words of how you feel now, what coaching has done for you now. Let's see. Also, I would not think about inviting every single person you ever talk to the coaching opportunity. Don't. You want to look for the people that you would love to work with, people that you would want to be on your tribe. When I first started coaching, I thought, okay, every single person that I talk to, I invite to the coaching opportunity. And you know what? A lot of those people joined, but guess what? Are they still with me now? No, they're not still with me now. Why? Because the people that I attract are people like me. And if they're not like me, they're not going to click with me. And then they may not be they may not have the same vision that I have and that I have for our team. And so we may not ever be on the same page, and that's okay. That's okay. But you're looking for lifers. And so you need to write out the people that you want on your dream team. I have my list right here. I write it out every single month. And I put my numbers 1 through 20 because my goal is to end up recruiting 20 coaches a month to our team. But I literally write 1 through 20 every single month, and I try to fill it up. And sometimes I fill 5 up, and sometimes I fill 2 up. I've never gotten to 20, but that's my goal. Every single month, that's my goal, and that's what I'm going to push for. And so when you're inviting people, don't think, okay, I'm just going to invite everybody in the world. I just want everybody to join my team. That's nice. And I know and that looks sweet and you're trying to be nice and whatever, but those people will not be lifers. Look for people like you. Also, don't hold someone else's future in your mouth. I love that quote that Christy Kennard said. She was like, don't already decide yes or no before you've asked the person whether or not they want to coach. For instance, she was training for an Ironman at the time. She was a financial advisor or something. So to a coach, you wouldn't think that she needed to get fit because she was training for an Ironman. She was already fit. You wouldn't think that she needed any money because she was doing very well. She was a financial advisor. She'd gotten her master's. Like, it looked like the picture perfect was there, but little did anybody know she was dying inside. She was super depressed. She hated her job, and the list goes on and on and on. So you cannot say, well, that person wouldn't be interested. You can't do that. You have to still get over the fear and invite them anyway, because you have no idea what they're going through. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep going, Laura. Go back up one slide.
Oh.
It's okay. I think give it to the end. One more over.
Uh-oh.
One more over at the end.
Last slide.
To the right.
This one?
Nope, the one before that.
Oh, hold on a second.
I saw it for like 5 seconds and then.
1 second. Let me just get small here. Uh-oh. It's not there.
Oh,
Is there a
goodness.
slide we're missing?
I thought I just saw it. Hold on, I'm going to add it.
Okay. The beauty of Google Drive, everybody. This is how cool it is.
This is amazing, you guys. This is
Oh,
amazing.
and while she's doing that, I wanted to tell you guys how mind-blowing this thing is that I just showed me tonight. On PicMonkey, if you go to the center thing where it says, you can click on where it says blank and it says templates. And literally this background and the text comes right up and you don't even have to edit it. You can just use it for your presentation. So if you ever need to make a presentation, that is just like the perfect thing. Or any kind of a post, really.
Yeah.
You could use that. Man, and they all look really nice too. So
yes.
Okay, there it is. Is that is it okay with the size?
Yeah. Can everybody see that? Is that fine? Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So let me talk about how easy this is, you guys. Do not make this complicated. This can make or break people, and this is what people freak out about. So let's just go over this really quickly. Sorry. Okay, so this is what you say. So what I do, this is exactly what I do, and this is exactly what these 15-star diamond coaches do. This is literally how they talk to people. So you want to message, just like Laura said, you want to message everyone who liked your workout post, your motivational post, your Throwback Thursday, or Transformation Tuesday, or your coach invite, even if they did not comment, even if they never said anything to you. If they've liked it, go through all of those likes. Even you can go back 3 months from now. And write down their names. And then I want you to comment. I want you to message them in a private message. And I want you to say, thank you so much for liking my post and supporting me. That seriously means so much to me. Are you in a fitness journey as well? Are you on your fitness journey too? And then that is going to open up conversation, because everybody loves to have support. And it's almost like you're asking, thanks so much. I was being really vulnerable. Are you on your fitness journey too? Because I'm on my fitness journey, and it's much easier when you have support. That is all they say. That is all you can say. This is what I say. This is what I do. That is what I say. And that opens up so many conversations. And at that point, you guys are able to get real with each other, and then you've made that connection. And so what else I also do is when I'm asking them to join the coaching opportunity, I always, first of all, compliment them first. I always find what it is that I am drawn to them by. So remember, we're not mass inviting every person that we've ever come in contact with. We're talking to the people that we really want on our tribe, that we really see being our dream team. So I already have in mind something that I love about them. They're always positive. They're never negative. Or if something's going wrong, they always have a positive twist to it. I find whatever that is, I compliment them. And then I love this. Janelle Summers, who is Shalene Johnson's sister. So Shalene Johnson's sister, Janelle Summers, is a Beachbody coach, 15-star diamond, very successful. She taught me this at Summit the very first year that I went, 2014. She said, this is what she does. She says, have you ever considered doing what I do, or being a Beachbody coach, or motivating and inspiring people like I do? That's what she says. Have you ever considered? Those are her 4 golden words that she says. Have you ever considered? It doesn't sound yucky. It doesn't sound salesy. It doesn't sound like you're trying to, reel people in or recruit people or whatever. Have you ever considered? They're amazing words, and that is what I use every single time. And then, listen, then people are like, oh my goodness, they usually say, okay, well, can you send me more information? I always send them something to watch. I used to send them something that my upline coach created. And it was like a 30-minute webinar or whatever when I first became a coach. And that was awesome. And it worked great. And, you know, I was able to hit diamond in like 60 days or less, I think, something like that. Because of that video. I mean, I just would send that out all the time. And then when I got, you know, diamond, star diamond, 2 star diamond beyond, I decided that I need to have my own video. So I created my own video. And then since then, I've just every once in a while, every couple months or, you know, every 6 months or something, I'll redo it and I'll have like a new one. So what I send them now is I send them my template to my Backstage Pass, and it is 4 videos, and they go over the 4 main questions that I get asked. What is a coach? What do you do? How much do you get paid? And what kind of coaches are there? And what's the, and how do you sign up? The 4 videos answer every single question. So so sending them something is going to bypass you having to sit there and type and like basically vomit all this information into them. And they're like, whoa, hold on. What just happened? I got to put this away for a while because that's like 7 paragraphs and I don't have time for that. So what I do is I send them something and I say, hey, these are 4 videos. I want you to watch them whenever you have a chance. Is it okay if I check back with you on Wednesday? I usually give them 2 to 3 days. And I say, is it okay if I check back with you on Wednesday to see what you think? That way she knows there's a follow-up. And you know there's a follow-up. And so what I do is I go to my Teamsy, and that's what I use, and I put it in my Teamsy, and I say, I need to follow up with Jennifer in 3 days or 2 days or whatever, depending on like what their schedule is, 2 to 3 days. So that is what I do. And at that point, at that time, when I go back to them 2 to 3 days later, they already have in mind whether it's a yes or a no. If it's no, it's usually because they feel like they don't have a lot of time. Then I can go into the fact, well, I get that. And so I'll kind of go over like how I don't really have any time. I'm a mom. I've got 2 boys and they're both home, and, you know, and so I'll kind of go over like, okay, how can I help you see that you're not in my shoes. You're not running a business of, you know, over 400 coaches. You're just starting off on your fitness journey. So what all I would want you to do is just to get plugged into a challenge group and just explain to them how easy it is. So that you guys, this is so simple. And so that is what I want you guys to remember. It can be complicated if you make it complicated, but it's so not. It's so simple. Okay, let's go to the last slide. Oh, I can do it. Okay. So this is going to be our contest. So I don't know if you guys have read Go for No, but it is an incredible book about trying to go for the no's. You're trying to get as many no's as you can. It's not about the yeses. What happens when you get no's? Eventually you're going to get a yes. So if you get 50 no's in there somewhere, you may have gotten 4 yeses. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that amazing? That's how it works. So you're not focusing, okay, oh my goodness, I only got 1 yes. Oh my goodness, I only got 2 yeses, or I'm getting all these no's. Awesome. You want to get no's. So this is what we're going to do. This graphic, this Go for No graphic, is actually what they're using in our Superstar Diamond training right now. But this is not something that they've created. This is actually the creator of Go for No, which is a book. So anyway, I already have mine printed out because I'm ready to go. So this is how this works. You are going to print this sheet off and you're going to start inviting. And we have exactly, today is the 8th, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you guys, we have 8 days. So this is like inviting times 100. So we have 8 days for this contest. Every time you hit 50 invites, you get 1 entry. Okay, so you get 1 entry. 2 sheets filled out is 2 entries, and 3 sheets filled out is 3 entries. Okay, and so on. So you are going to post your completed sheet with you can just do the first name. It doesn't matter. It's really just for documentation process reasons. And you'll post it. You'll post the completed sheet on the thread that we used for tonight's team call. There's going to be 1 winner. So at the end, the coach with the most entries is going to get a $20 Amazon gift card. And that is the most entries. So this is 1 entry with all the names on it. Now, what could this do for you guys? Not only is it an amazing contest and yay, $20, whatever, but getting all of these no's is going to far better push your business than anything else you could ever do. If you have been in that slump, if you feel like your business just kind of sat and you just like, you can't get out of that rut, you got to go back to the basics. You got to go back to phase one. Phase one is inviting. Phase one is building a team. It's getting to emerald, but not stopping at emerald. It's getting to ruby. It's getting to diamond. It's showing your coaches how to do the same thing. And then guess what? When you're in this business that long, guess where your income is coming from? It's not from your sales anymore. It's from your team. I'm telling you, you guys, 90% of my income is not on sales. I'm not an amazing seller. I mean, I hit Success Club, but I'm not like Success Club 20. My commission is not amazing from what I sell. It is honestly from what our team does and how incredible you guys are and how your goal is to help people every single month. So that is what we're going to do. So that is our contest. That is what we're going to do until May 17th. So we have 8 days, you guys. And the reason I'm doing 8 days is because that's what, that's how long they gave us in the other group. And so I think that if they can do it, we can do it. We can do this. We can do this together. I'm going to be doing it with you guys. I know that you can do it. And so it's just knowing that something has to change and be willing to not just hear what I'm saying, but implement it, and you're going to see your business absolutely skyrocket. So I'm going to stop screen sharing and answer any questions you guys have before we get off here. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions off the top of their head? You can unmute yourself. I don't know how to stop screen sharing.
Oh, it's me.
Oh,
it was me.
I was like, I don't see a button anywhere.
So for the go for no thing, so it said for every 50 invites, right?
Yeah. So it said invites, but I know it's no's.
Okay. So, well, and you guys, this is like the perfect time to get no's too, because like, well, for anyone that's in our challenge group, the one we're starting right now, I mean, I've been getting no's all day today. I got so many no's today. I wish I would have had that tracker. But yeah, like this is the time to go for no. It's like, hey, you're either in this group, tomorrow night's the cutoff. I just tell people, hey, if they say if today they tell me that they're going to think about it, I'm like, well, you can think about it, but tomorrow night, we're closing the group and you'll have to wait until June. So that, easy no right there. But
Yep. So that's it. Does anybody have any questions about inviting or something that you're stuck on or? Absolutely, Cindy. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us too.
I have a question. How do you make that meal plan? Is it a Google Doc?
Yes, it's just a Google Doc, a Google spreadsheet. And and I just have like the days going this way and then the snack, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner snack. And then I change the different modules each week. And then when I'm done with my meal plan, I just take a screenshot of it and I throw it on PicMonkey and I put a frame around it.
Okay. I have to mess with that.
Yeah, and then I just pin it on Pinterest, and when I post it on Facebook, I usually get at least 4 or 5 Pinterest follows from that usually. Hey Jess, would you mind sharing I would love to see you said you share your template for the sneak peek. I would love to see that because I usually share the coaching opportunity webinar, but I could see that just like five videos on like a really short and sweet. Is it on a Google Doc or something that you send them or?
Yeah. So my template's kind of long because I have like the post for the day, but what I do is I think it's on my phone, but like I took all the videos out and I just did video 1, video 2, or I said video 1, how we make money. And then video 2. And I just copy and paste that to Messenger, usually email or something.
You paste it right into Messenger. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys my template, and you can take the videos or whatever, but it's actually like my full, I don't know if 5-day, I think it's 5-day template. So yeah.
Yeah. I
I'll post that
add
in the
people
group.
to the old group. Like if the group's over, if the sneak peek group's over, I'll add someone to it and be like, yeah, you can scroll back through. But I think it would be actually easier just to copy and paste that quick list of videos.
For some reason, yeah, I used to add people to the group too, and I feel like they never watched them all. When
There's
I
just too
would
many groups.
follow up with them, yeah, when I'd follow up with them, they'd say, "Oh man, I watched one, but I didn't get the chance to watch the rest." For some reason, when I send all of these to them, they watch all of them, or at least there's a higher success rate of them completing them, and I have no idea why. I don't know why that is.
Because people don't like clicking on.
Yes, exactly.
Or they'll be in your face, or they'll be in the sneak peek and they'll get sidetracked. You know how sidetracking Facebook is. Oh, who's this person? They click on their profile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's this weird survey they did? And then they'll like do some survey about what video, or I don't know, some of those crazy time sucking surveys that they have on Facebook, or questionnaires and stuff.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Hannah Farrell made me laugh. She's like, I have so much to do. Her post the other day was like, I have so much to do, but I think I'm going to sit here and take this quiz on what potato chip I am, flavor potato chip I am, or something. And I was laughing so hard. I'm like, oh, that's totally what people do, and probably what I would have done.
I had something like that the other day, and I was like, I needed someone. I didn't have anyone to tell about it because it was just one of those things, but it was like, someone sent me that breast cancer awareness thing that people send. It's like, oh, you lovely woman, this and that and the other thing, and send this out. And I always, whenever someone sends me stuff like that, I always just say, thank you so much for thinking of me. How are you doing today? Like if I want to talk to them. And if I don't, I just say, thank you so much for thinking of me. And I was like, thank you so much for thinking of me. How have you been doing? And she wrote, oh my word, so crazy busy. And I'm thinking, and I wanted to write, you mean busy sending out breast cancer awareness spam? Is that what you're?
I know. I think about that all the time.
So it just goes to show people who are busy are not always doing productive things.
Right. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Okay. Well, I will. I'll add this to the file section, and you guys can take a look at it and use it. And then if not, we'll go ahead and get off here. But this contest will start ASAP. So I'm excited to try to do this with you guys, along with a lot of other coaches that are doing it as well, because we're all in a group together. So it'll be fun.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight, and we will see you again next week. I forget what's on the schedule. I think is Hillary, are you going to present next week? Hillary's going to present next week. So we're super excited. She has literally already locked in success starters. So, and after this month, it'll be official. So she's going to talk to us just about how she's found early success and what she's been doing and all that stuff. So, all right, ladies, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.